It's the 1st of February 2018, around about 4 p.m. This is a backdrop. This backdrop is of an Australian pub. It's probably still there, but very, very few look like this anymore. Notice the tiles? They were called tiled toilets. That was to make cleaning easier, so you can just go there with a hose and just wash them out. Cheap as chips to run. Okay, no carpets, no fancy. They just hose it, done. And the reason I've got this up is because I'm thinking about the history of feminism, or of what's been happening with feminism over the years, and I thought it would be better to take you out of today's age, with domestic violence and sexual harassment, and take you back to another period, so you can look at it in a different way. Now, back in, I don't know when it was, 1970s, sometime late 60s, something like that, the women's liberationists, I think they were known as then, used to, in those days, a lot of people went, a lot of men, went to the public bar. This is called the public bar. And it was usually mostly for after work times. They'd pour in after work and then have 2 or 3 beers and go home. Okay? And they're all, sweaty and, in their work clothes, and usually a blue singlet. They're either shearers or builders, or, they're coming in straight in from work. They just want to have a couple of beers, just forget the day and go home. Okay? Now, I don't know whether women were actually not allowed in the public bar, that there was a rule saying no women. I can't remember. But the general consensus was you wouldn't want to be in there anyway. Why would a woman want to go to the bloody... We didn't really want to go there. I mean, they would just look at it. And you sit there, have a couple of beers. You could only take it for an hour. I mean, you didn't worry about the decoration. It was just, pissed off day, let's go home. Okay. In fact, I can tell you how bad it was. I was waiting outside a pub, or not waiting, I was looking for my uncle, was having a beer, and I wanted to talk to him. I needed to find out something from him. And I was only a kid, I was only a teenager, so I couldn't go in. And there was a woman walking by, she maybe in the 40s, late 40s, early 50s, something like that, I can't remember, I was only 16 or something. And I said, excuse me, would you mind just grabbing that guy there for me? He's my uncle. And she looked at me like, oh my God, I'm not going in there, that'd be stupid. Okay, sorry. It was quite a take back of it. It was just like, and it was just, I mean, that was the general attitude of women toward the public bar. They just didn't want to go there. Okay, they didn't want to go. Okay, I'm going to come straight out and say they were probably quite a frightening place to a woman. All right, even to a young guy. They're burly men. Working men. They were half pissed and that sort of thing. It was just like, not the sort of place a woman would want to be, actually. It's not in those days. We didn't see it as, the sort of place that you'd want to see your mother, for example. No, it's where the men went. And anyway, what happened was the feminists got a hold of it and started chaining themselves to the bar. Women should be allowed in the public bar, and they chained themselves to these fucking things. And this is just to illustrate how feminism can work, and how they're fucking with your mind and with the public's mind. And I don't know the real reasons why it was happening, but I would suggest they were women who had narcissistic personality disorder or something like that, highly manipulative, and they were really, really out to win. And it was pretty easy to do because, look, let's just say, woman chains herself to the public bar and achieves 2 things. Firstly, she looks tough to other women. Oh my God, she goes into the public bar and she's so determined. She must be strong. She must be a strong woman. And the other thing it does is it makes the publican look bad. That rotten bastard, he wouldn't let her in to have a drink. And the truth of the matter was, the publican was probably thinking, oh, fucking Jesus, really, you don't want to be in here, do you? Really? it's just, I don't feel comfortable with you being in here. It's just, oh my God, what right does he have to tell me what to do? So that was it. And that's what happened. I mean, all those years ago, I mean, look at it. Who the fuck would want to drink in something like that? And it was no different then. We could see it too. I just thought, oh, fucking ugly. I didn't ever like going in there. It's just, no, I don't want that. It was more sort of in the, immediately, or during the war or before the war, where, they were just shearers' pubs, just a place where the shearers went, and spit on the floor and, whatever. Get too pissed and throw up and they hose it off. No problems. Move out of the way, everybody. Bucket of water come out. Whoosh. Yeah. And we looked at it and just thought, why the fuck would a woman want to go in there? So, I mean, the whole point I'm trying to make here is they're playing with your mind. Okay, it's all bullshit. It's just. All these places are dead. There's nothing like that anymore. Okay, and there's just a random breath testing came and destroy the pubs altogether. But there's certainly nothing like that. But it was controversial in the time, but it illustrates how they work, because that they're playing on the perception that you don't see the publican standing there going, really. You don't really know what the situation is. You're just seeing the headlines, and they're just playing with your mind. They've done the same with domestic violence. Oh my God, this is underreported. Oh, of course, it's being underreported. Yeah, because men are, coming home and slapping the shit out of it. Nobody ever sees any damage. Nobody ever sees any black eyes, broken arms, bruises or anything else like that. But no, it's in your head. And that's what they use. They play it on your head. Sexual harassment, that's another case. Oh, of course, all these men would be doing that, wouldn't they? Yeah, of course. Yeah, when you think about it, well, it's bad. Sexual harassment's bad. Yeah, and that's what they're doing. That's what they're relying on. That sort of tone. That sort of, oh my God, that publican, what a bastard. Get out of my pub now, woman. And really, it was just like, I remember the feelings like, the guys didn't actually talk about it. And so that's where we got fucked. We got steamrolled right from that point. It was pretty innocuous at that point. Like, okay, let them go in the fucking pub if they want to. I mean, they didn't. Let them go in the public bar. We were bowled over, totally confused about it. And they hit us, and that's where we started losing, as a matter of fact. Because, most of us were, I could sort of sense the men of, we don't want to be in there. Do you? Seriously? We don't really want to be in there. It's just, for some reason, we all drink and bloody, shithole like this. So because of our confusion, because of, we weren't, trust me, we weren't standing there saying, no way, we don't want women in our bar. And we couldn't give a fuck. And that's what's getting us the whole time, over and over again. We're getting bowled over. Well, how can you argue against, who knows what happens in a home or in a domestic situation? But look for the evidence. Where the fuck is it? And what about, the sexual harassment? If there's so much sexual harassment, why do women want men? I'm serious. I mean, it's just, why would they want them? And I suspect, I could be wrong here, but I get the feeling it's a very small group of these. My wife was narcissistic personality disorder. Yeah, and they're really out to win and really out to get you. Okay, and they'll come up and they're very devious, very manipulative. Okay, and they'll figure out what is likely to happen, and they'll know that they've got you fucked. Right, because there's nothing you can say, and you're sort of just bowled over, just bang. All right, but I thought I'd show you to sort of give you hope that it's just bullshit. It really is. At the end of the day, what you're up against is complete and utter bullshit. Right? Don't forget it, because there's nothing real about any of this. It's all conjured. It's all people fucking with people's brain. It doesn't exist. It's just somebody manipulating it. It's like Bernie Madoff. Yeah. And the money just didn't exist. It was already spent. The rest of it was just bullshit, okay? And that's the same scam that's going on over and over again. The only difference now is it's getting very, very dangerous. Like, who cares if a fucking woman drank in a pub? Yeah, but now it's getting to sexual harassment. And I think, as Captain Bob said this morning, yeah, it's dangerous today. But it's the same thing behind it. It's the same manipulation behind it. It's manipulating the mind to probably, I don't know what it is. I don't know how to describe it. But yeah, a woman chains herself to the bar was, oh my God. And it'd be just some little dead shit that chained us, got a fucking chain and chained herself to a bar like this, and the guy would have been going, oh fuck, I was just about to hose that section. So I don't know whether you can do anything with this, but it's just by taking you out of today's age and seeing, this is probably at its roots, its real modern day roots anyway, of the stupidity, the growth of stupidity. Because it's stupid. It wasn't necessary. Look, so I don't know whether it's just power tripping women who hate men or want to get back, or looking to sort of step up the political ladder or something, and get some runs on the board, or hit a homer, I suppose. Or is it? Yeah, I mean, because it's really, as far as I can see, was there any practical benefit from being allowed to, or publicly being acknowledged that you're allowed to, drink in a room like that? And I can't even remember it being forbidden. I think it was more just an unwritten rule, like you have to come in. And most women didn't want to. But look, anyway, I hope that helps you beat it. In the end, I don't think in itself it will do much, but it'll help you get on top of it. If you start seeing it, start taking off the veneer of this, or the subterfuge, and you start seeing what's behind it, and you'll start thinking, yeah, it's all rubbish. We're up against just rubbish. They're bullshitting us. Okay, don't take them seriously. Don't let them beat you.